is News 3 Now at 6.
Thank you for joining us. First tonight, unseasonably cold temperatures are moving in.
Well, that could mean a hard freeze overnight. Let's check your first warn forecast. Here's Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalti. Gary?
Eric, exactly for that reason. That's why the National Weather Service has issued a freeze warning for all of southern Wisconsin, as well as most of the central Midwest for tonight. Officially, it runs from midnight tonight until 8 a.m. tomorrow morning. Temperatures should warm up pretty quickly after sunrise, but before that happens, those temperatures will tumble. This is what Future Track is showing at 6 a.m. tomorrow morning. Temperature of about 27 in Madison. Janesville and Monroe still below freezing at 30 degrees. Farther to the north and west, Camp Douglas at 26. Black River Falls down to 21 degrees. So very chilly out there. Visible cloud track shows a few clouds have popped up this afternoon, but those will thin out pretty quickly after sunset. That will allow those temperatures to really nosedive. And already temperatures are in the 30s close to Lake Michigan. Again, some of that lake cooled air will also move inland to drop those temperatures. So by 6 a.m. tomorrow morning, you can see how those temperatures fall from the mid 40s now into the mid to upper 20s by early tomorrow morning. At least tomorrow we'll have partly sunny skies. Temperatures should rebound back into the upper 50s. After a wet Mother's Day, we could see some more frost on Sunday night. I'll have more details and weather in a few minutes.
Gary, thank you. To our coronavirus headlines, 10 more people in Wisconsin have died, and health officials report 352 new cases today. Across the state, we now have at least 9,600 confirmed cases. After a 4-day decline in the percentage of cases that are positive, we're seeing an increase today. That percentage is back up at 8.1% after dipping down to 6% yesterday. The bounce back plan calls for a downward trend in that percentage for 14 consecutive days. But some good news on this Friday. Nearly 4,700 people, nearly half of all positive Wisconsin cases, have now recovered. 72 people who tested positive for the coronavirus since an in-person rally at the state capitol indicated they had attended a large gathering, but DHS officials can't say for sure if they attended the rally because it is not tracking specific events. The April 24th rally against Governor Evers' extension of the Safer at Home order attracted about 1,500 people. Capitol Police did not grant a permit for the rally because it violated that order. Many in attendance did not maintain a 6-foot distance from others or wear masks.
Members of the Wisconsin Air National Guard's 115th Fighter Wing are assisting the state's medical examiners with mortuary operations, a special team helping coroners remove and handle those who have died, transport their bodies, clean and decontaminate. Master Sergeant Stephen Ulrich says a local coroner's workload does not stop during the pandemic, and they still have to handle other details and other deaths unrelated to COVID-19. Unemployment in the United States has now reached its highest rate since the Great Depression, according to the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics. That's more than 20 million people have now lost their jobs because of the pandemic. Gabriella Becerra joins us live now to explain some of the frustrations from those filing claims here in Wisconsin. Gabby?
Eric, here in Wisconsin, the Department of Workforce Development is receiving over 300,000 claims each week, and their Facebook page is flooded with people who say they're frustrated with the current process. One Boston woman says she doesn't know how much longer she can wait.
This is over a month now, and I got bills and stuff to pay and a child to take care of, and yet I'm sitting here still wondering what's going to happen.
Randy Clapp says she has yet to receive any money from unemployment despite first filing in March.
It says on my thing that everything's still being processed.
She says calling multiple times a day has given her no answers.
They'd probably solve a lot of people's frustration if we could actually talk to a person.
That's something Secretary Caleb Frostman says the Department of Workforce Development is working toward.
We know that folks sometimes just want to hear a human voice and get an answer where my claim's at, or in Wisconsin, it's hard to believe in 2020, but it's absolutely the case that a lot of folks don't have access to broadband internet or don't have a computer. And so we want to help those people get their claims in the system.
And while Frostman recognized people may be frustrated, he assures that if someone qualifies, they will get the money.
Certainly, I'm sure frustrating to see pending for longer than folks would like. We're working as hard as we can to get through that backlog of claims that require additional information, some adjudication. But if you've been filing your weekly claims and you are deemed eligible, you'll get all the back pay you're entitled to under either unemployment insurance, PUA, and or the back payments for the $600 a week.
But Clapp says if she doesn't see that money anytime soon, she doesn't know how she will make it past this month.
Bills are starting to add up where now I'm getting behind, and I'm just afraid that I'm not going to be able to get myself out of this, where all of a sudden I'm going to become homeless.
The Department of Workforce Development signed a contract earlier this week for a 500-person call center in hopes of answering some of these claims over the phone.
Gabriella Becerra live tonight. Gabby, thank you.
Today, Governor Evers' administration released a best practices guidebook for businesses as they reopen. The governor says the guidelines compiled by the Wisconsin Economic Development Corporation include input from national and state health and industry experts. They include how to gradually adopt new business practices that reflect the evolving reality of the pandemic. The Safer at Home order is still in effect until May 26th. We're still waiting for a ruling from the state Supreme Court on the Republican lawsuit seeking to undo the order. As coronavirus hotspots erupted at major U.S. meatpacking plants, experts criticized extremely tight working conditions that made the factories high-risk contagion locations. But some Midwestern politicians have pointed the finger at workers' living conditions, suggesting crowded homes bear some blame here. The comments include a remark by Wisconsin Chief Justice Patience Rogensack that a Brown County outbreak didn't seem to have come from, quote, regular folks. Outraged employees and advocates call the comments elitist and critical of immigrants in the meatpacking workforce.
The Dane County Sheriff's Office says during agency-wide COVID-19 testing, 6 new positive inmate cases were discovered. That brings the total number to 29. Now, among employees, only 1 more positive case was discovered, bringing the total to 7. The National Guard Wing Mobile Specimen Collection Team conducted those tests over a 4-day period, April 24th through the 27th. They were processed by Exact Sciences. The Wisconsin Department of Corrections says it released nearly 1,600 inmates since March. That's to help reduce the possibility of spreading coronavirus. A corrections spokeswoman says most of the inmates released had been detained for violating terms of their probation, parole, or extended supervision. 20 prisoners across 4 DOC facilities have tested positive. Out of a total of 22,000 adult prisoners, 24 corrections employees have self-reported testing positive.
The chancellor for the University of Wisconsin-Madison is expecting changes for this semester to carry over into the fall. And as Amy Reed explains, more changes could come with it.
Even with all the ways the University of Wisconsin has helped respond to the coronavirus, they can't help but be affected too.
We're going to lose about $120 million. And that doesn't count any future cuts from the state government or anything else. Those will come.
UW-Madison Chancellor Rebecca Blank tackled the two ends of impact in a webinar with Wisconsin Technology Council Friday morning, giving insight as the university plans for the fall semester.
If you're working together in a lab, if you're in a dormitory, if you're in an athletic team, and you are gathering together regularly, we've got to be able to do regular testing.
In addition to testing, Blank said the classroom will likely be a hybrid of in-person and online. She doubted large lecture classes would come back, predicting other changes with that.
If you're going to socially distance classes more, that means you're using fewer of your small classrooms and more of your bigger classrooms and seating people further apart. Well, we don't have enough big classrooms. So, we're probably going to be teaching a lot more Friday, maybe even Saturday evening classes so we can space classes out a little bit more.
Blank said applications for next school year are in line with this year, with a dip in international applications. But before she translates that to consistent enrollment numbers, she said the university needs to deliver.
There is no question when we come back in the fall that the online that we are doing has to be at an even higher quality level.
Part of that could depend on what further cuts to funding the university system takes if the state has to adjust its budget. She hopes lawmakers see what she sees.
This particular moment in time shows the value of a research university to the state.
Amy Reed, News 3 Now.
And another change Blank anticipates is more people going into the sciences so they can work to prevent another pandemic in the future.
Madison Museum of Contemporary Art has canceled Art Fair on the Square. The 62nd annual event was scheduled for July 11th and 12th. The museum said it made that decision based on guidance from federal, state, and local public health officials regarding coronavirus. The event is the museum's largest annual fundraiser, typically drawing nearly 200,000 visitors and some 500 artists to the square each summer. MMOCA is a nonprofit that offers free exhibitions, education, programming, and events to the community. If you'd like to make a donation, you can go to mmoca.org/support. City of Madison allowing people who are homeless to camp in certain city parks and greenways. Yesterday, Madison Mayor Satya Rhodes Conway signed an emergency order to make it possible. Now, the move is designed to let people camping outside stay where they are and not encourage any new encampments.
Madison College and the Dane County Latino Chamber of Commerce have a new agreement to help train, support, and transition future Latino business owners into the local business scene.
The Latino Chamber believes that education really is the pivotal point of whether you make it or break it or not. And so what we're giving our incubator members and our business owners who are startups and solopreneurs and people who really don't have access to tools, this added value tool that is our education system.
She says a major barrier for Latino entrepreneurs is a lack of resources that are written in Spanish. This Madison College program is taught in Spanish in a seminar format that prioritizes one-on-one and small group work.
It says that we look forward to rebuilding the economy with you post-COVID. So in terms of the conversations that I've had with members of the community, it's been inspirational, it's provided hope, and it has been seen as a glimmer of hope for the future in the community, in particular the immigrant community that has been deprived of a lot of the relief services, if you will.
The coursework is designed to be applied, so students will set up a business plan, an employer identification number, and a commercial bank account. Next at 6, local vendors are doing something good. We'll explain the free wedding giveaway they are offering. And family, friends, and first responders are helping a Wanakee woman celebrate her 108th birthday. Stay with us.
Oh my gosh. Wow. Who am I?
Wow, is that really me?
Hi, I'm Annette, and I'm an actress. Under eye bags and wrinkles are so frustrating. They're so hard to hide and so hard to get rid of. I came across Plexiderm, and I was so excited. We have a model. His name is Richie, and all he's doing is taking a small amount. It's so powerful. That's all it takes. And what I love about Plexiderm is this is something that you can do in the convenience of your own home. It literally creates an invisible layer that tightens the skin and smooths it out. All you do is gently rub it underneath your eyes, on your fine lines and wrinkles, and it visibly disappears in as little as 10 minutes.
My real true opinion is holy words I can't say on camera. This is absolutely unbelievable. I mean, I could feel it just lifting my skin. It was amazing. It feels good. Feels great. Looks even better.
I can't even believe that this worked. I was a little skeptical, I am not going to lie, because I saw people online with it, and I'm like, yeah, right, that can't possibly work. I'm telling you, it really works.
I thought I might see a little difference, but to see that big of a difference, and you know, I felt something happening, but I had no idea. Like, I have so many dark circles, I have the puffiness, I have the lines. Like, it's amazing. I love it.
I did this to my father at home because I was skeptical. Yes, I admit it. 4 minutes, 34 seconds. The appearance of his under eye bag was completely gone. We were screaming. You have an event, you have any of those moments where you want to feel the best about yourself. I'm telling you, the videos that you see on social media and TV are real.
Take action with the Plexiderm 10-minute challenge. This Mother's Day, get up to 50% off the normal retail price, plus get free shipping. Visit Plexiderm.com or call the number on your screen.
Welcome back. Graduating seniors are taking photos all across the UW-Madison campus in their caps and gowns and attending ceremonies virtually this weekend. 850 Badgers will receive their degrees during the 2020 ceremony. It was pre-taped and will stream online tomorrow afternoon. I'm guessing that should have said 8,500. The university plans to hold an in-person event to formally celebrate the class of 2020 when it's safe to gather in larger numbers.
I think we're all just trying to make the most of it right now and still be safe while doing so. We all have like our video parties with our families planned tomorrow where we're going to watch commencement at noon, but from our own apartments, of course. So though we can't celebrate right now, I know there's celebration coming. It's still a huge accomplishment anyways.
The commencement ceremony will feature remarks from Chancellor Rebecca Blank, senior class officers, and keynote speaker James Patterson, the adult fiction author best known for his Alex Cross and Women's Murder Club series. It's available for anyone to watch online at wisc.edu/commencement.
A Blue Mounds wedding venue is doing something good, partnering with other local vendors for a wedding giveaway. It'll include all the necessary elements for your special day to one lucky couple who are on the front lines fighting COVID-19. Community members who have been uniquely impacted by the pandemic are also eligible. The special day is being planned for June 26th, 2021. Owners of Prevailing Winds Lodge worked to organize the giveaway and said they quickly got buy-in from high-quality local vendors like Chalmers Jewelers, Hy-Vee, and Twig and Olive Photography.
We called a couple of our vendors. We started with Hy-Vee as our caterer now, and also is going to be doing flowers. And as Scott there, he immediately bit. He was excited about it. He was pumped. And one vendor after another, it was almost everyone we called was an immediate yes. And the donations were profound. Really significant in terms of value.
You can find entry details on the Prevailing Winds Lodge Facebook page.
A Wanakee woman is turning 108 years old today. Her family and friends wanted to make sure she wasn't celebrating alone, so they brought the party to her. Our photojournalist Jim Rader has the story of Agnes Roper's special day.
I don't know if it's a good idea to surprise someone who's 108, but we're gonna. She was 108 yesterday, and this is her birthday celebration a day late. She's an amazing lady.
I am so excited for her. I've known Agnes for 5 or 6 years, and she's the sweetest lady in our town. So this is very exciting.
Well, that was a surprise.
Yeah, it sure was. It's a joy for me, and I enjoy her. That's something else, isn't it?
Yeah, it sure is.
Here. There you go. Can you hold the one?
Cheese!
I'm sure she's kind of mad at me. I wasn't supposed to tell anybody it was her birthday, but I think it worked out great. Here. There we go.
Hi, happy birthday! What did you think of all that?
Oh, I was so surprised.
Oh, I'm sure. It just warms my heart. This is as little as we can do, for this lady at this situation. I'm just happy for her.
Jim Rader's work there. We wish a happy birthday and a happy Mother's Day to Agnes. Charlotte, wouldn't you just love to sit and talk to her and listen to her stories?
Oh my gosh, the stories that she could tell you could go on and on, I'm sure. But I'm glad that she got her tiara for
She
the
did.
special
She is a
occasion.
queen. Happy birthday to you, Agnes.
We'll be right back.
Monona Plumbing and Fire Protection remains open to serve our customers and communities during these times of uncertainty. During Safer at Home, we've got you covered for all your plumbing service needs. Call us for help. We are here for you.
Wow, that's Ensure Max Protein with high protein and 1 gram sugar. It's a sit-up, banana, bend at the waist. I'm trying. Keep it up. You'll get there. Whoa!
30 grams of protein and 1 gram of sugar. Ensure Max Protein.
This is our home. We've never seen it look quite like this.
But there's no mistaking it.
And it's our job to protect it.
Because the best people to fight for our communities
are those within them.
So if you've just bought a Volkswagen or were thinking of buying sometime soon, we're here to help with the community-driven promise.
Wisconsin is one of those certain places with certain people who do a certain thing better than anyone else, anywhere. In Wisconsin, we dream in cheese. Look for our badge. It's on everything we make.
We here at Brothers Maine wanted to check in with everyone in the light of the COVID-19 epidemic. We're going to do everything we can here at our store to make sure everything's clean, disinfected, and ready for customers to come in and shop with us. Not only can we come to your house and set up the products as we normally would, but we're also going to be offering a free drop-off service in Dane and Rock County. There's nothing more important to our company than making sure that our employees and our customers are safe and healthy.
We're back.
We got our to-go food.
Oh, good. What a treat after a long week and no cleanup.
When you can't dine in, then get it to go and support our restaurants during Madison Magazine's Restaurant Week to Go. 2 weeks of fabulous to-go menus you'll love. Visit madisonmagazine.com for details and menus. Restaurant Week to Go, presented by Kesnick's. Food service design, equipment, and supplies.
I guess there is
still cleanup to do.
Last night was cold, but tonight will be even colder. We have an alert day in the forecast overnight into tomorrow morning for widespread frost and a possible hard freeze. And that's because temperatures will drop into the 20s. Future track temperatures by early tomorrow morning, 27 in Madison. Just about all of southern Wisconsin seeing temperatures in the upper 20s. A few places might be still around 30, but that's still below freezing. So those areas might not see a hard freeze. They might just see more widespread frost. But once you start getting into the mid to upper 20s, especially north and west of Madison, a hard freeze may be likely. As we look at Doppler track, it's cold enough for snow in upper Michigan and parts of lower Michigan. Fortunately, we're not going to have to deal with that. But three things you need to know in the forecast after that cold overnight forecast with the frost and freeze conditions. Chilly weather will still remain through the weekend and into the early part of next week. Saturday will be dry with high temperatures in the upper 50s to around 60, but showers on Mother's Day will keep temperatures in the 40s for most of the day. And then some frost is possible Sunday night as skies clear out then. We could even see some patchy frost Monday night and Tuesday night, but mild weather's on the way for next week. It's just, or the end of next week and into the following weekend. We'll see temperatures up around 70, but we'll still have to wait almost 10 days to see that. On weather track, you can see very little in the way of storminess across the Pacific Ocean other than the big storm in the Gulf of Alaska, but this is moving more toward the north, and this is what's helping buckle the jet stream and cause our upper level winds to come in right out of Canada, and that's what's bringing cold air to much of the eastern part of the country. We're chilly. It's downright cold over parts of Pennsylvania and New York where it's been snowing today. But fortunately, we're going to see our temperatures start to moderate as we head into the latter part of next week. In the short term, high pressure is just out to the west of us. And as that high moves eastward, it'll keep the skies clear and it'll lighten up the winds. And that's what will cause the temperatures to drop pretty quickly. Right now, temperatures are already in the 30s to our north and east, below freezing in Marquette, Michigan. And even to the south and west, there's really no warm air to speak of. Temperatures in the 60s as far south as Kansas and Oklahoma. So on future track, clear skies, light winds for tonight. Those temperatures dropping into the upper 20s. Highs tomorrow, upper 50s to around 60. Sunshine for much of the day. Then clouds come in tomorrow night. We'll see some rain showers. Now, there'll be snow on the northern edge of this precipitation area, but notice how that changes to rain by the time it gets to us on Sunday. We clear out Sunday night, and the possibilities existing for more frost. Freeze warning from midnight until 8 a.m. tomorrow morning. For overnight hours, look for a low of 27 degrees with a widespread frost and freeze. High temperature tomorrow, 58 degrees with partly sunny skies. And as we look at future track, we start out in the upper 20s tomorrow morning, end up in the upper 50s tomorrow afternoon. More clouds move in tomorrow night, and then some showers into Mother's Day Sunday with high temperatures mainly in the 40s. And as we look at the 7 to 10 day forecast, those temperatures get back into the upper 50s for the early part of next week, 60s by the end of next week, and around 70 for the following weekend.
And coming up in sports, Darius Smith making an impact off the field. What he's been doing for his hometown next on News 3 Now.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Yeah, I'm a professional remodeler, and I go to Nuns. Why? Well, my clients love them because they have all those snazzy-looking countertops. You know, like beautiful marble countertops, stunning quartz slabs, you name it. To be honest, I don't see what the big deal is. I mean, who needs all that glitz and glamour from a counter? But my clients love those snazzy-looking countertops, so we go to Nuns.
Nuns, kitchen, bath, and flooring.
Through all the world events since 1936, Culligan Water has continued to provide better, safer water with our filtration systems for homes and businesses. These days, as a designated essential business, Culligan's water professionals are standing by, ready to help.
To our Pick and Save associates, for the long hours and late nights, for the miles traveled and the shelves restocked, for making a difference in our customers' lives, for doing so much more than your job. Everyone at the Kroger family of brands and our customers say thank you. In a time when daily life feels a bit uncertain, your hard work is keeping America fed. Pick and Save, fresh for everyone.
It's totally normal to have constipation with belly pain, straining, and bloating again and again. No way. More exercise, more water, and more fiber is the only way to manage it.
Is it?
Maybe you think it's occasional constipation.
Maybe it's not.
It could be a chronic medical condition called IBS-C, and time to say yes to Linzess. Linzess works differently than laxatives. It helps relieve belly pain and lets you have more frequent and complete bowel movements. Do not give Linzess to children less than 6, and it should not be given to children 6 to less than 18. It may harm them. Do not take Linzess if you have a bowel blockage. Get immediate help if you develop unusual or severe stomach pain, especially with bloody or black stools. The most common side effect is diarrhea, sometimes severe. If it's severe, stop taking Linzess and call your doctor right away. Other side effects include gas, stomach area pain, and swelling. Change your thinking to IBS-C. If your constipation and belly pain keeps coming back, tell your doctor and say yes to Linzess.
Congratulations to the Badger class of 2020. We're celebrating this year's seniors ahead of their virtual ceremony.
And you'll be waking up to frost and unseasonably cold temperatures Saturday morning. Your Alert Day forecast starts at 5.
Join us Saturday morning at 5 and 8.
Zadarius Smith had a monster first year in Green Bay. 13.5 sacks, 17 tackles for loss, and a forced fumble. When he was on the field, his presence was felt. And this offseason, Smith is continuing to make an impact just away from the game. Over the last 2 weeks, Smith has been helping feed families in his hometown of Greenville, Alabama. The first week, it was 700 pizzas from Pizza Hut, then over 1,000 meals from McDonald's. This week is Hardee's, and he's also got something special in mind for teachers.
This week, we want to show appreciation to the teachers this week, and we want to do something special for them. So parents, if you can, just grab your phone and record your child saying that, the teacher name, and telling them 1 or 2 things that they miss about their teacher. This is going to be awesome because we're going to pick 2 teachers at the end just because of the kids and the love that they show the kids.
4 of the first 6 games are on the road, including trips to New Orleans to face Drew Brees and Tampa to take on Tom Brady. Then there's a stretch of 3 games in 12 days against 3 playoff teams from a year ago, one of those being the 49ers on a short week. All that being said, the Packers are still picked to repeat in the NFC North. Barely. ESPN has Green Bay winning 11 games, Minnesota finishing 10-6, while the Lions and Bears, well, you know, it's a 2-team race with the division. And current Colts quarterback Phillip Rivers has been named the new head coach of the St. Michael Catholic High School football team. Yeah, you heard that right. Now, until the 8-time Pro Bowler retires from the NFL, the school's athletic director will serve as the interim head coach. But still, Rivers signed a 1-year, $25 million deal with Indianapolis back in March. You don't see that every day.
No, that's the truth. All right, now let's check with Gary on your final forecast.
Freeze warning in effect overnight until 8 a.m. tomorrow morning. Look for a low in the upper 20s. High temperature tomorrow around 58. Some showers are on the way for Mother's Day.
All right, Gary, thanks for joining us for News 3 Now at 6.
Enjoy your evening, and we'll see you back here at 10.